straight out of a comic. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Straight Out of a Comic Book. It is back. If you are a fan of my YouTube channel, I have returned with Straight Out of a Comic Book, and I could not start off the return without my arcade token brethren. So we are the arcade tokens. I am the anomaly, Will Pharaoh.
Khleo Thomas, aka Mr. Slick Living.
I am Patrick Cloud.
Yes, had to do the classic intro. Shout out to Kadeem. I know he couldn't be here today. He's out being the tech god that he is. So, as all thing comic book, I thought we should start off with the best topic right now. The thing everybody is buzzing: DC Fandom. DC Fandom recently just dropped their streaming launch, kind of Comic-Con style, premiering everything that's dropping. And this is just week one, and they've already socked us in the face.
Yep.
They came hard, man. They rolled out everything. I think we all knew what we were going to get our first looks at. Black Adam for sure. The video games kind of been, there were rumors for some time. But when the Justice League, or excuse me, not Justice League, the Suicide Squad video game leak happened, that's what I got nervous about the other game, because we had heard that there was a sequel coming to the original Arkham trilogy. And I was like, that's the sequel? No, it can't be. And then we got that one, though. We got that one.
We did.
What all did they roll out?
So we're gonna get into that, but they rolled out quite a few things as far as, like you said, video games, movies, and then of course a couple of things from the TV shows. So they really let us know a lot of things as far as sequels, what's returning, what's new, and what to look for. But I think one of the biggest takeaways that came that we're gonna start off with, which is of course in video games, which is Gotham Knights. They premiered the Gotham Knights trailer. As Khleo said, it is the next installment to the Arkham trilogy. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it: Batman is dead. That is how it starts off. Batman has been 86. He is not on the menu anymore, and it is up to his proteges, the Gotham Knights. Nightwing, Robin, Tim Drake's Robin, and we're gonna get into that. Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, and of course, Red Hood is an official player in this story. Thoughts, guys? I want to hear y'all thoughts first.
Excited to have that fighting system back. I fell in love with the original Arkham games. I'm here for to have 4 playable characters. Even the gameplay footage that they put out there, I was cool. Give us a trailer, but then you roll out gameplay footage. The gameplay footage shows Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, excuse me, in Mr. Freeze's lair, and she got to take him on. But just the sneaking aspect of everything, it looks amazing. It looks great. I'm excited. Definitely mostly excited to play as Jason Todd, though.
Okay.
I'm excited to play as Jason Todd. I'm excited to play as.
Okay. Pat, your thoughts on this?
This is interesting because anybody who follows the Arcade Token podcast knows that this is 90% of the game that I wanted. You know what I mean? Like we were sort of building our own games, who deserved a spinoff. And I threw out there that I thought it would be dope to have like an Arkham Knights that focused on Nightwing and Damian, the son of Batman. That was the only thing. So obviously when this came out, Will sent it to me right away. And I was just like in shock. I was just like, yo, this is exactly what we asked for, except they put Tim instead of Damian. And I don't know how to feel about that. I would have much rather had the son of Batman, but I think he's going to be in there somewhere. I still think he's going to be in there.
Now, here's the thing that confuses me, because if you've seen the trailer, Robin is on a tad bit of the young side. Would you agree?
That's why I thought he was Damian.
Right. And so that's the thing that I'm kind of confused about, because and again, this is from information taken off the internet that this is Tim Drake. But what made me think that it wasn't is that Tim Drake is in the Arkham series already, and he's grown. Yes. So is this a spinoff, or is this a continuation to the Arkham series?
Well, I mean, it seems like comic books love going off the storyline and being like, what if this happened? It didn't, but what if this happened? You know, who knows? Maybe the next game Batman will be back. You know, like I don't necessarily know if they plan on continuing this without Batman. It might just be sort of like a one-off situation, but who knows? I mean, who knows? This might be Robin's first chance in the video game world to see how many people really mess with him, because Robin has always been like, I don't know, it wasn't until recent years Robin has kind of been like, you know, he hasn't really gotten the respect on his name, but and I would say in the past like 5-10 years, there's been a lot of Nightwing love, a lot of love for Red Hood, a lot of love for Damian, at least, you know, as far as I've heard. But I don't know. I became a huge fan of Damian in the past year, so I really hope he's in that game.
Yeah. Well, we also have DLCs as well. But Khleo, I know you were about to say something.
Yeah, I'm very curious on where they go from this, man, because the fact that the first thing you kind of immediately see is, hey, Bruce is dead. Batman is off. It's done. They introduced the Court of the Owls toward the end of the trailer.
Yes.
Oh,
I love that storyline.
So excited to see this.
But,
so excited. I own one of the Court of the Owls masks. It sits in my house, and I like immediately wanted to put it on to go watch the trailer again. I want to know though, and this is just me throwing out a theory. There's no way they leave Bruce dead. There's no way.
There's no way, yeah, bro. Like, but also too though, we are going. If memory serves me correct, how did the Arkham Knight end? Isn't he supposed to be dead?
Don't tell me. I'm still finishing.
Okay, never mind. Then we won't do it. So I don't want to give away too many spoilers. Yeah. So we don't want to give away
years, but I'm still making my way through this game, and I don't know what it was. I think it was the too much Batmobile at first, which is why I didn't finish this as opposed to the other two. But it's grown on me, and I'm trying to make it through.
Well, I'm hoping you get used to that. Huh?
You said what?
I said I'm hoping you get used to that, because from what we saw in the trailer, it looks like vehicles are coming back. Like I saw.
No. I'm saying it grew on me. I'm down with the Batmobile now. I just didn't know how to use it at first, and it was too much.
I got you.
But if I'm not mistaken, I thought that when the Court of the Owls happened, that was during the what is that?
It's my little Batman toy.
Is it a Barbie? Why is it so loose?
Why?
Oh no,
sharp teeth.
Oh, it's a custom one. The articulation down to my toy is ridiculous. It has the Batman logo on the boots. As you see, his batarangs look like this.
You made him a hoodlum.
And the fact that he has that very creepy signature Khleo smile.
So this is
and his eyes light up.
So this is the Urban Outfitters Batman.
Big facts. This is my Batman figure.
I love it though.
Thank you, brother. Bro, the fact that even down to his little socks have the Batman logos on them. I'm like, yo, this thing is legit.
So the question is though, when are you dressing up like this for Halloween? That's
not this Halloween, next Halloween. Halloween. This Halloween we're doing Powerline, but next Halloween I'm in. The Court of the Owls storyline ended with
but I thought that was the Bruce storyline, the Damian storyline.
That's the thing. So I also looked at the research from what I'm saying. Now, of course, we know Wikipedia isn't always true, but what they are acknowledging that Robin is Tim Drake, and just like how we gave the information because of the stick. So this isn't Damian as Robin. So, but
I thought that the Court of the Owls happened when we were following the Damian storyline.
Well, they had already been established already. So the Court of Owls have already existed. We were just picking up on one of those because I believe, isn't the Court of Owls involved in Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Could be. Not that I remember off the top of my head. I'm not.
Not that I remember off the top of my head, but I think the Court of Owls have been there for quite some time. If fans, if y'all can let us know, just to clear some of that up, let us know. But
Bruce is coming back in the game.
Yeah, Bruce is back. I don't think Bruce is dead. Like it's not gonna happen. But
we're terrible fans though, Will. They give us something new. Here we are a day later. Man, Bruce ain't dead. Bruce coming back. Man, just enjoy the guy.
I think he's dead. They're gonna give Robin a shot because I love when they do this because Iron Man was not that popular before he got, his movie. He was not like a top tier superhero. And then it was we talked about this a couple of times. It was risky for the Marvel universe to start off with Iron Man, and then he became crazy popular. So I feel like this isn't a movie, but it is definitely like a direct, like a way to see like, all right, how many Robin fans are there? And I don't know. I think he's gonna be dead at least just for this game. Maybe not a series, but I think we're gonna be surprised by how many people love Robin.
I mean, I think all of them.
I have a theory.
Yeah. What's your theory?
If they do what Pat says, where he's dead throughout the game, you beat the game, everyone's at the grave of Bruce on the Gotham, wherever the hell they're gonna bury him, and then we see a post-credit scene of Talia al Ghul bringing Bruce's body to the Lazarus pit, dropping him in, and it just cuts off from there. So we know he comes back from that.
Can I give one more like that?
Yes.
Still what you just said, at the grave honoring Bruce. All of a sudden, a batarang hits the tombstone and cracks.
Okay.
But it's a Robin batarang. And then you look up and you see someone on the pillars with the gargoyles. It's Batman and Damian. And they just and it goes off.
How you gonna tell that story?
Guys, one better.
Go for it.
They all go to the grave. All right. No batarang. You see a damn capsule come through. Boom! It's a spaceship. Bulma, Trunks, and Goku are on there. They're like, let's go collect the Dragon Balls and bring Bruce back. They all get in the ship, shoot off. You see the little ding, the anime ding. Boom! Crossover with Dragon Ball Z. We're bringing him back, and just with the Dragon Balls. How about that?
How about Super Saiyan Batman? How about that?
Bat Ball Z.
If we go in there, then all of a sudden, all of the Quarter Isles start fighting. We can't forget a crack of thunder hits and then busts in All Might. All Might just come knocking motherfuckers out. Him and Deku are like, yo, we here to help you get Batman back to fix the whole universe.
Bruh.
And then the WB symbol comes out of nowhere. It opens Animaniacs and Mighty Ducks. Now we got Mighty Ducks versus the Quarter Owls. That's bird on bird action. And then we got Animaniacs squabbling with Robin.
But see, now just because of that, Robin and Batman gonna need some help. So cue in Dexter's lab. He gonna partner with Mandark. They finna get together. Matter of fact, they even finna bring they folks. What it was, Crunk, the dude with the guitar and stuff like that. And Major Justice. Now we got a whole battle on our hands now.
I'm in.
This game is gonna be epic.
I'm in for it, bro. Gotham Knights is something that I didn't know I really wanted. When we used to just talk about it, I was like, I think I'm good off the Arkham world of video games. But nah, after seeing that trailer, I'm fully in. No couch co-op. They did say it's no couch co-op, but you will be able to join battles online and beat the game with your collective team. So we'll see what happens.
I think they'll change that. There's too many persons.
With couch co-op, do they not want us to be friends? Like,
I think they want us to just have our own consoles and buy more video games, bro. Think about it. Just buy the game. Buy the game more.
It used to be like one person in the group had the game, everybody had the game.
Yep, that's why they stopped that. So they knew what was up. But keeping to go with the video games, DC also rolled out, of course, the Suicide Squad video game, Kill the Justice League. Now, Khleo, you had mentioned earlier that you were a little bit held back about this because you had mentioned that they were doing a new installment to the trilogy, and this was the first thing you saw. Yeah. And so you were kind of taken back about it. Now, Pat, I know you don't know much about what's going on with the Suicide game. Yeah, I know you're not a fan. But it seems promising. Khleo, I want to get your thoughts on it. What do you think about? I take it you've seen the trailer for the game, correct?
Yeah, seen the trailer, which is really more of a cut scene more than anything. It's definitely a very extended scene. There's no gameplay. It gives you kind of the immediate story that you're getting. The Suicide Squad has to go take out what they believe is Superman at first, until he burns a guy completely into ashes, and then they realize, holy shit, that's not Superman. And so I don't know if we have confirmation if it's Bizarro, if it's the Eradicator. I'm not sure exactly what Superman version that is that they have to look at, that they have to take out. But while they're screaming in their ear about it, my thing is this. Here's what I'm starting to realize about these type of games. We recently had the Avengers video game getting ready to come out, for the Marvel one, and then we just talked about Gotham Knights. That's 4 people, and now here we go again with this one where it's 4 characters. So I'm curious, are these video games starting to take that turn where they're like that other Marvel video game that's for the Nintendo Switch, where it's like the overhead view and you all four of you just play your own character and kind of, is it the new beat 'em up style of video games?
I hope
No,
not.
I don't know.
Yeah, because we didn't get any gameplay footage for this, but it highlighted Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, King Shark, and Deadshot so much that I'm assuming, is it just going to be an open field where you could just see all four characters and this is our new versions of beat 'em ups?
I like how the new Avengers is set up. It's kind of like, it's not the overhead one. It's the third person, and you can, like, you know, you could do your thing like that. I hope it's more that style.
That's what it looked like to me, just based off of some of the moves that they were doing. Like for instance, Captain Boomerang seems to kind of have like super speed now when he throws his boomerang too. So I don't think that would be something from an overhead view or like a first-person shooter that you would get with everything else. So I think, like how Pat said, it'll kind of be like Marvel's third-person shooting type of game. I'm not particularly excited about the game. Like again, I equate Suicide Squad as DC Guardians of the Galaxy. Two well-respected groups within the comic book world, but in Maine, you don't really know all of these people. You don't really know a lot about them. But
Man, not a fan. Never saw the movie.
I'm hoping that though with this game, I hope that it does somehow become a success, because this is just me personally, I want a Guardians of the Galaxy video game. I want to play as Star-Lord. I want to play as Nebula. I want to play as all of them. So I'm hoping this is successful, so then that may give them a chance to do it. And the only reason why I bring it up is because there's one thing that ties both of them all together, which I still kind of think is a bit of a conundrum, which brings us into continuing on with the DC fandom. The Suicide Squad movie is directed by James Gunn, who is director of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. And so what James Gunn has mentioned is that this is kind of a remake / not a remake. They're taking a few characters from the old one and bringing it into an entirely completely new style. So if you didn't see the first one, like Pat, you don't have to worry about it. You just have to know maybe 3 people, which is Amanda Waller, Harley Quinn, 4, Captain Boomerang, and then Rick Flag. That's about it. But you don't need the previous one to know what's going on now. But he said, think of a 70s action film mixed with up-to-date now and just crazy ass explosions. And I'm in, because the roster is ridiculous.
Deep roster of lists. I'm not sure if they're going cameo heavy with this, where everyone's only going to be seen on the camera for a max 5 minutes. Because the thing about the Suicide Squad is everyone's interchangeable. Yeah, that's the thing. Amanda Waller has millions of villains that she's put these chips in that she can use to her leverage to be like, yo, I need this mission done. So they could just keep swapping them out. But I'm very curious on where we go with the second Suicide. The Suicide Squad is what this one is actually called. John Cena's character did an interview, and I think he said it's a more douche version of Captain America.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see, because I know John Cena could play the heel and face pretty well. Like, that's what he did for his whole life. So I'm really curious to see him bring that character to life. We got a new look on Harley Quinn. She looks more like her recent video game iteration in Injustice 2. Yeah. I like that. Idris Elba's character is called Blood.
Something. No, not Shot. It's something random, but it ain't Deadshot.
Yeah, it's not Deadshot, which great. That puts that to rest, because everyone, as soon as he got casted, everyone's like, oh, he's taking Will Smith's place. I'm just like, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but I'm glad they didn't. So, and I'm glad that it does distinguish that it's kind of a reboot, but it's not, by him doing that. And just like you said, so you have that. Pat, you're a big Walking Dead fan. What was Daryl's older brother? What was his name?
Meryl.
He too is in the Suicide Squad.
Okay. What's the actor's name? Is that
I always forget his name.
It's not Woody Harrelson, but he looks like him.
No, it's not Woody Harrelson, but I can never remember his name. Peter Davidson from Saturday Night Live is also in this.
Yep.
Earl Dixon.
Harold Dixon, yeah, that's his name. It's a whole star-studded cast of people. Like he said, like Khleo said, I think cameos are gonna be crazy. I think the best way for them to do this, and probably what they might do, is keep them all in like groups So kind of like break them up to where like if you want to see them, it's this particular group within the Suicide Squad with that set of characters. Because like Khleo said, I don't know how you're gonna get all of them in one shot throughout this movie. So, are we looking forward to seeing it though?
I'll check it out. I had no interest in the first one. I didn't like the style. The Joker is redone so many times that I'm only in for a few versions of him. There's a lot of Jokers that even though I love the character, like versions of the Joker that I just don't like. And I mean, the Suicide Squad, I've never been a fan of the characters. I think it's a bunch of side salads trying to be an entree. I don't like any of them individually. Croc is dope when he fights Batman. Harley Quinn was dope alongside, certain Jokers. Like, I don't really like the characters like that. So hopefully it'll pull me in because I'm not looking forward to the video game at all.
My question regarding that is if we don't like that many iterations of the Joker, this upcoming year we're gonna have Ben Affleck's Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman,
which I'm not a fan
and Michael Keaton's Batman back on screen.
Is that what we're getting into next? I was trying to save that for last, but we might as well get into it, man. Like Khleo just said, we got 3 Batmans. 3 symbols are hitting us next year. Like he said, you got Michael Keaton returning in Flashpoint. As you can see him back, this was the concept art that was given to us at DC Fandom, so we didn't get a trailer or anything, but either one of them. Flash is also getting a new suit, as you can see here in the concept art. But yeah, Michael Keaton is going to be in this one, and also confirmed that Ben Affleck will be donning the suit again and Batman for Flashpoint. And we also have, I always keep calling him from Twilight, and I shouldn't call him that.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Why would I keep calling him Pat Patterson for some reason? He's right. Robert Pattinson is also donning Batman. We're gonna get into that in just a little bit, but I want to get into Flashpoint now. On our upcoming Arcade Tokens podcast, we were talking about which Marvel and DC characters we would be. Pat, you picked the Flash. So just with you being a Flash fan, how are you feeling about this live action Flashpoint coming out? And so the things that you know currently.
It's gonna be lit. That is by far my favorite DC movie. I think that it's so dope to like take apart the classic Batman backstory that we've known and loved and put such a wild twist on it. Like Bruce dies, his dad becomes Batman, the mom becomes Joker. Batman uses guns, he kills. It's like if you were from Flash's point of view, that's so dope to just be like, oh, like it's almost like Rick and Morty, you know what I mean? You step in like different variations of the same thing, and you're just like, what is going on in here? I'm really excited. That's funny though, because that Batman old AF. But
yes. But it's so cool to see, man. And it's crazy that it took this long, because I was just looking up last night. Justice League, the original film, came out in 2017. So it took them this, after everyone's response to everything that DC put out, or Warner Brothers put out, no one was really happy in a sense with the product that we got. But now with DC Fandom, we're all really excited again for them to get another chance. And with the Flash movie, it's been delayed several times. It's went through so many different writers, so many different directors.
Paradox?
Huh?
Paradox, or just a Flash movie?
A Flash movie. A Flash movie. But now I believe it's confirmed that we are getting a Flashpoint Paradox as the Flash's solo film. So I'm excited for that after all these years. This is what we're finally going to get, man. And I look for Ezra Miller as the Flash. I think it's a great casting choice. I didn't initially get it, and then when I actually watched, I was like, okay, I get it. I know why he's the Flash. Yeah. It's cool.
But that's not the one from the WB, right?
No. That's Grant Austin. But funny enough, though, they do cross paths in the Crisis on Infinite Earths television series. Ezra does make an appearance on the show as his Flash.
Are they different versions of Flash that we're talking about right now?
Yeah, they're from multiple Earths. So that's one thing I think DC is gonna really need to continue to do, is really hone in on your multiple universes.
Yes, so, bring them all through.
Yeah, they had that a lot better than Marvel. That's the one thing I'll give them over Marvel. They really established a multiverse way better than Marvel did. And if they hone in on that, they'll be good to go.
So you want to see the actors who play the Titans have a cameo in an on-film version of the Justice League, the new Justice League film. You want to see that?
No.
That with Lil Yachty?
Actually, you know what? Yes. If you did Crisis on Infinite Earths, the live action film,
Okay.
loop in everybody. Like that was the only thing that I hated Marvel didn't do on Endgame. If you would have brought in your television characters too, like Luke Cage, Daredevil, Agents of Shield, I'd have even took Iron Fist. I'd have been okay if you didn't bring him in. But if you would have had everybody, that would have just capped you off. It's like, yo, we are Marvel.
Gotcha.
So hopefully DC will do it. But continuing within this realm of the DC with the Flash and stuff like that, I know people are a little bit tired of it. Khleo, you kind of roll your eyes about it every now and again, but they've released the Snyder Cuts. Here's my first thing. Don't think that's Darkseid. Just gonna throw that out there.
You don't? Who else would it be?
Darkseid. I think that might be a minion. I don't know why. I could be utterly wrong as most of the time, but
No, but look at his face mask
I know something. No, just
and
ain't.
the receding hairline.
There's parts of me that kind of hope that's not, only because like it's like the design I know is Darkseid.
Right.
He doesn't look.
Scary enough?
This is like Darkseid before the come up. Like before this is when he was just
Mixtape
like,
Dark Side?
huh?
This is mixtape Dark Side?
Yeah, that's what this is. Like when Darkseid, when nobody feeling them and stuff, he had his
Selling drugs.
rag on, passing it out.
If it is, so be it. But if it's not, if y'all could do just a little bit more detail changing, I'll be down for it. I don't know what it is, just a little bit more.
Right. And I gotta say too, though, on this, I will give them a little leniency because we did it with Marvel, and here's why. It took a while to get Thanos right. Like if you go throughout the cinematic universe, Thanos has changed a lot. First, it was modeled after a black dude. Then it was this one with kind of like the wider face with the square face. Then they cast Josh Brolin's face.
Nate nailed it.
That's how we got Thanos. So I'd be okay because like this is really our first rendition of seeing Darkseid. So if they keep kind of changing them up, I'll be okay. So I'm not giving them a lot of slack. But the big thing that I'm kind of like that has really got me questioning, they showed the Snyder Cut. They've showed us a lot of new things that they've added to it. It's gonna be on HBO Max and it's gonna be episodic. So it's gonna be 6 episodes or 4?
4 1-hour episodes.
I thought it was 6.
Let me double check. Hold on. I'll count out.
But as he does that, it just brings up my question of what was Zack Snyder's exact plan for this movie? Because were you really gonna be knocking at 4 hours on this?
I think so, bro. I think he wanted to do that.
This is supposed to be the original movie, Pat. Like this is supposed to be what he was gonna bring out. And this thing is sitting at 4 hours.
Yep.
That's a lot. I mean, if anything can keep people's attention, it's superheroes. Like Endgame could have been longer if it wanted to be, but for the most part, like you can't be just split it in half.
Right.
Just give us two.
That was the original thing, though. Infinity War and Endgame was gonna be one movie, and then they decided to split it up.
I think that's a good idea because would we sit there and see the whole thing? Absolutely, but it's like we'll pay twice. It's fine.
Right.
Just I want to be out in 2 hours.
Yeah. Rewatch wise, I can't dedicate 4 hours. Like I'll always get to 2.
So we're gonna see some never before seen footage. I think coming up soon from more BTS things, probably coming right from Zack Snyder's Instagram or his social media accounts. Which I love the fact that he gives the fans that. Yeah. I mean, I think it's because of the fans that we're having this. This has proven the power of social media once again. Bro, that hashtag release the Snyder Cut was in rotation for almost 2 years. And in my head, I was like, there's no way they're going to let that happen. There's no way they're going to allow social media to dictate, Zack Snyder coming back to the project, Ben Affleck returning as well. Like, there's no way. And sure enough, it happened. So we got 4 1-hour episodes releasing on HBO Max. That's how they're going to break this all down, bro. So they'll get a chance to fight Darkseid. We'll probably see we will see Black Suit Superman.
Yeah.
Finally. I'm good with that. So yeah, I'm in for the Justice League Snyder Cut release. I'm here for it, bro.
We also get to see a little bit more of Aquaman, why he's a little bit hesitant of taking the throne, like before he does everything Aquaman wise. I think we're gonna get to see what actually happens to Cyborg and how everything goes down. Did not know his father died. Did not know that, but they also. Yes, if you watch it.
Yeah, we didn't see that in the original at all. Yeah, you're right.
No, but apparently he does not make it. And then we also see Steppenwolf a little bit differently as well. So this is also another thing of my theory why I also believe that ain't Doomsday. Because here's my thing. We always know
Darkseid.
Darkseid, I'm sorry. Darkseid. Because I've seen another image that was out previously before this release. So I'm gonna try to pull that up. So if you can see, it doesn't look the same. His figure don't look the same. His face don't look the same. You don't see this part right here as far as the helmet go. I wish I could zoom in a little bit more, but it was kind of like, because this was taken from Zack Snyder's Instagram.
Isn't that the same weapon though?
It is the same weapon. So I think they may still be digitally altering him and trying to figure out how people are taking to it.
It looks like he has human skin in this one. It's weird.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I think they may still be working on Darkseid until it is finally time to release him. So does it also?
I'm okay with this build though, Will. If I'm being honest, a live action Darkseid, this build because it's just the waist up.
Yeah.
It for some odd reason it's not doing it for me. Maybe it's the face, maybe it's the helmet gauntlet thing. I don't know. But if you go back to that other image and seeing Darkseid's built like that, I'm okay with that because I know he's gonna stand at least like 7'4". He's gonna be looking down at Superman and Batman. So like I'm cool with the more Giannis Antetokounmpo build on Darkseid. I'm good with this.
I am too. I feel like this one is gonna fight. Like when you see Darkseid in comics, it'd be like, how you fight? I don't like you are massive. Like I don't get it. Like, but this one, this looks like, yo, you give hands and I don't want no part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm excited. Pat, what about you? As far as the Snyder cuts go, you in?
I'm in. I'm into it. I always like when stuff like this happens. Like when social media can bully Hollywood into something. I love it. You know, we've seen it with. Didn't that happen with Deadpool?
Yes, that's what happened with Deadpool. Put it on the shelf. They released test footage, and the fans literally threatened Fox with, "We will boycott everything if you don't put Deadpool out."
Hey, Sonic the Hedgehog, it happened. Like, if anything, like. You see where the pattern is, where like these loyal fans are. It's very comic book, very video game-esque. It's like we aren't gonna watch it if that's what you have. So and Hollywood is like, okay,
try again.
Try again. 2022, we'll get it.
But there's never been a period in time where you could be still making the product and your consumers that are gonna get it will be like, wait, don't release that or we won't get it. That's the best test group that you can have. You know, before now people were getting like random little polls and stuff like that, and then when you drop. But like we're in an amazing time where it's literally you could talk directly to the consumers, and if they can tell you before you drop that they ain't messing with it, you got to go back to the board.
I think that's a good thing though too, because of CGI. I think CGI too is also a part of that formula that allows that to work, because just think about it from an acting standpoint. Like, remember when you had to cause real action scenes? Like, best example I can give you, Bad Boys 2, when they blew up that mansion, that was real. They really bought a mansion out and blew it up.
With RPGs?
No. Like with like they planted like sticks of dynamite, like sticks of charcoal.
Oh, you mean the final blowing up?
Yeah. Like they really, like it wasn't CGI or anything. Like they really blew it up, and all the cameras made sure.
Is that Michael Bay?
Yeah, that's Michael Bay. But imagine if we're like, yo, we ain't digging that. I need y'all to go back, because like, why would this house be here in Cuba like that? And it's
hilarious if that's what we complained about.
Right, but it's like we won't if it don't happen. And it's like, yo, I can't go back and recreate blowing up that same house. But on here, it's like, yo, all of this is green screen. We can swap everything out. We just gotta get the
I
actors.
was like, hell yeah. Think of reshoots are a thing, bro. You can shut down a whole production. You're wrapped up. You're good. All right, next project. I'm gonna take a break for like 2 weeks and get ready for this next project. And then you get that phone call. Hey, it's in your contract that we do have you for reshoots, and we do need to go back and reshoot this, and that. That's what happened with Superman with Justice League when he showed up. The first image we see in Justice League is freaking Superman, and we could tell that something is green screening his lip. He was on set shooting Mission Impossible. That's why.
He couldn't cut it off.
Yeah, he couldn't cut the mustache off.
It was, it cost what, $3 million to CGI out his mustache.
It was such a
he couldn't shave it because he was filming Mission
shooting
Impossible.
that.
Yeah, he grew that out. Like that wasn't like prosthetic. Like he had really.
I gotta go back and see that. That's hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah,
you gonna laugh so hard.
Yeah, it's Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah, the one that just dropped. Yeah.
It's on Hulu, so you can go
Hey,
watch.
imagine that was your green screen credit on the Justice League. Like, oh, did you do the suits? Did you do the explosions? I did the hiding of the mustache. It took 6 months.
Hey, okay though.
The worst job ever.
For y'all, yeah. For an animator that know how it work, I'd give him a standing ovation, sir. Because if you can make, remember, you use your mouth a lot. Catching all of this, but not only that, removing every follicle so it don't look like nothing's there.
But we knew something was there, Will. We knew.
I mean, but what? That's like
that was Top Money that did that, and we still knew.
And yeah, I mean, you know, it's gonna get it and it's not. You know, sometimes it's easier to get a dread wig than to go, we're gonna CGI put locks on you and make them look like mines and Pats. Right. No, you're not. But we will attempt to believe that's what you're trying to do. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the last and final thing. I wanted to save the best for last because this is always a big debate, and I think we need to address this. Why do we need Batman so much?
Because he sells a lot of merch, because he sells tons of comics, because he has the best rogues gallery, because no matter what, Batman is Batman. And
that's what I'm starting to see. When we like it, we like it. Because just how we had mentioned before we started was, when Ben Affleck was done, I was like, I don't need another Batman. Like, let's give Batman a break. Sort of like how I think the United States president should be. Let's give it a break. Let's not have it for a while. But then they were like, no, sir. We're coming out with another one, and it's the guy from Twilight, Pat Patterson. I know I said it wrong, but I can't remember.
Robert Pattinson.
I want to say Matt Pattinson. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The shiny nigga from Twilight is Batman, and he is nothing to play around with. I take back everything I said about Ben Affleck being number one. His stuff is in jeopardy, and also proving that short dudes can kick ass.
Why Robert Pattinson is number one already for you? You haven't even seen nothing.
Because you saw the trailer. Ben Affleck didn't do that. First of all, Gotham looks horrible. It finally looks like a place I don't want to live. Like the scene, the aesthetic, like Arkham, like Batman, Dark Knight Rises. I was like, okay, we know where they pieced everything together, but it still looked good. It was like, I'd live in Gotham, I'd be all right. But this one looked like despair. It looked like nothing good happened. Like when you see the news, there is no go to the puppy drive this year. Like none of that. None of that in this Gotham.
I don't know. I think that they're gonna finally take it there violence-wise between the video games really amping up the combat system, even the memes online. You know what I mean? Batman has become a hilarious meme over the last few years about how badly he beats up random thugs, and then he asks them questions, and they're like half dead on the floor. Like they're really taking it away from the whole like pow, punch, bap, and really making it like hands. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the set design, but I am still not convinced. Without the mask, trash. I've never seen Bruce Wayne with hair like that. It's so weird. When I first saw him with the smudge, I thought it was either Nightwing or like a Joker type character, because the hair, I've never seen Bruce Wayne's hair like that. But then I don't know, even his look when he's Batman, it's just not like, you kind of have to have a look with the mask on too, and I haven't seen anything yet. So between Twilight and everything that I've seen so far, I'm watching it, but I'm not 100% convinced the look is there.
Matt Reeves has revealed that this isn't a year 1 Batman story, this is year 2. So that's what I'm more excited about, because I thought we were getting another origin story. So I'm like, okay, great. No, this is year 2 Batman. The city's well aware of who he is. The GCPD is well aware of who he is. He works with them in some sense. I'm cool with that. So this is still young Batman we're getting in this, and you know, I want to see how it can develop over time. We don't know if this is a standalone, if they are building for a sequel, if they are building for crossovers. We don't know, because the Joker film with Joaquin Phoenix was its own standalone. It had nothing to do with anything else. We're not getting Joaquin Phoenix back on camera unless they throw an entire $1 trillion at that man. He's not coming back. That's the type of actor he is. He's not he is an actor by thespian standards. I did this role. I went through the transformation for it. I'm done. I got my Oscar. I'm out.
Yeah.
With this, we don't know what we're getting, and I'm excited for Robert Pattinson, because if anything, for me, it shifts the narrative of what a superhero is supposed to be built and look like. Robert Pattinson isn't your traditionally built big dude. Yeah, he stands about 6'2", 6'1" maybe, but he's not ultra yoked at all. So to have him play Batman, that's strictly gonna be about what his ability to act in a mask and outside of it. It's gonna challenge him. Plus, we got Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. You got my man Jeffrey Wright playing Jim Gordon.
Well, Jim Gordon, sorry, yeah.
Jim Gordon. You got Colin Farrell playing the Penguin. Rumors of other villains, but I think it's Riddler. But Will has a theory about who the actual villain could be.
Yeah, so like when I started seeing it, if you've watched the trailer, like when you're hearing it, you start hearing like the sounds of tape and stuff like that. And so when I initially saw him, the guy that I at first thought of was Hush. So for those that don't know who Hush is a person who, like, you don't know who he is really, and he's got like a lot of surgery done to his face, and like eventually he takes
like a mummy, right?
Yeah, but he eventually takes on the face of Bruce Wayne and becomes Bruce Wayne at one point. Bless you. And so when I saw it initially with the tape wrapped around and it's like no more lies, I thought that's who it was. But now, as you said, with the envelopes being given and 2 Batman and stuff like that, it seems like I'm still gonna go with a 50-50 type of deal, because both of them still are giving that same type, because both of them know who he is already. And so they've kind of like helped string along whatever it is they're doing. So we're gonna see.
It seems like Riddler. It definitely seems like Riddler with all the little clues and, you know, all the little like messages. And then of course they put the question marks and stuff at the end. Like, I think Hush would be refreshing because we don't really get to see him like that. But Riddler seems like a safer choice because, you know, obviously he's been in movies. People know who he is. And he's never really been a great Batman villain to me. He's never really been top tier, just because it's like past all the questions and the riddles. I don't really, you know, I don't really remember a lot that like he did to Batman that was dope. But I mean, it seems like they're I don't know. It seems like a movie.
He set him up, bro.
He's done a lot.
If you don't know the story of Hush, it's quite vicious.
No, I'm talking about Riddler.
Oh, Riddler, got you.
Riddler, I don't really remember anything that he did to Batman that was crazy or memorable. He's never really been like a top tier villain to me.
Comical guy.
Nah, yeah, nothing to go like life altering like the Joker has done or like anybody like that. Just like you said, he's a great collective inside the rogue of villains. But we gonna see, man. I'm digging the aesthetic. I'm digging the characters so far. Like I said, I love the brutality of it. Already I'm putting this over Christian Bale, and I don't care what nobody say. Fight me, whatever. I'll put the back signal up. Have Pat Patterson come over here.
Robert Pattinson. Show that man.
Patterson, an old wrestler or wrestling manager?
He's an old wrestler, bro.
Whatever. That's probably his son. I don't know. Look. Anyway, you can catch Batman fighting for the WWE Championship against John Cena in the Suicide Squad at SummerSlam next week. That's whatever it is, but. Nonetheless, though, I am excited for everything that they've shown so far. But Khleo had also let me know that this is just week one of DC's fandom. If you could give us just a little bit more detail on that, Khleo.
What I saw was that this was only week 1, and they're in 2 weeks they're coming back with more, but this is gonna be in September. Let me give you guys the update on that. 1 second. Yeah, DC Fandom is now a 2-part event on September 12th. Oh, sorry about that. It is going to be, explore the multiverse on Saturday. DC Fandom Explore the Multiverse. So DC Fandom Hall of Heroes on Saturday, August 22nd. DC Fandom Explore the Multiverse on Saturday, September 12th. So they are coming back with more.
Okay, so and that's good, because what I hadn't noticed was that they didn't do the DC television series or the DC Universe app. So that includes like Titans, Doom Patrol. They did show the Flash season 7 returning in 2021, but nothing as far as like the CW shows, if any new shows are coming out or anything like that. So that may be something that they may be pressing on in the next week or so. So we just have to see. Do you know which place for us to check out DC Fandom if people want to be able to check this out and watch it?
Absolutely, DCFandom.com. That's where you can go and check it out. Both of these events were pretty long, man. They started around 10 a.m., but this one for your own schedule, it's going to be for 24 hours. The next one on September 12th. I had the opportunity of being a part of the Blurred and Bougie and Dream and Black campaign to highlight all the upcoming Black superheroes which are making their return with Milestone Comics. DC has relaunched that entire section of stories. So Icon, Rocket, of course Static Shock is returning, so I'm really excited to see where they take everything. I believe it was leaked that it was originally a Static Shock movie was going to be in development, but now I think it's shifted more into a series, a digital only series, so it's going somewhere.
Stop playing, Khleo, and finish off that statement. No,
we good.
I know, because this is where we're gonna need. This is where we're gonna need the internet. I'm sorry, I'm calling it. This is where we need the internet. If this don't happen, I ain't watching it, because now it's in my head and I gotta see it. Khleo.
Nope.
Say it.
No,
If
sir.
you don't say it, I won't. I'ma say it.
I would love a shot at bringing Static Shock's villain Ebon to life. I would love a shot at it. I don't want to guarantee. You don't have to guarantee me. I just want an opportunity to be able to walk in the room if Ebon's character is supposed to make it to live action. We don't know what story they're telling with Static Shock yet. We don't know if they're going to do the whole Bang Baby situation again where everybody in the block ends up with the powers. But I would love the opportunity to bring Ebon to life.
Come on, man. That's Khleo.
That's your outfit in UALA.
UALA, pretty much, without the hood. That's it.
That's his head shape, minus the braids. That's it. Like, you braid your hair and
I'm
just
back.
keep in a shadow. That's you.
Yeah, man. So
Hey,
we'll
let me be Static Shock then. I'll shave my face and cut my dreads. I'll fight you.
run it, Pat. Do it.
You gotta dye
Do
your
it,
hair
Pat.
black.
Do it, man. Open it up. Open the floodgates to the people, man. This is one of those things where when it takes off, bro, it's gonna hit so hard, and I'm just very curious on how they can roll this out so right, because it's been longing for so long. We wanted this. We wanted Static Shock to return in some type of media. We've been wanting it. So for them to announce that, yo, you are getting a series, it is in development. We don't know what story they're gonna tell. They could have a young Static Shock. The kid could be like 13, or they could have an older Static Shock. He could be 18, senior in high school, supposed to go off to college. Boom, the Bang Baby situation happens. Now he's like, yo, do I stay here and protect my city and protect home, or do I go and do what my dad has set up for me to go to college?
So
They
there's
could run a whole. Go ahead.
There's two ways this could go. There's two ways that this could go. You can either do it from the DC app, where it's kind of in the realm of Titan, not saying in the aesthetic of Titans, but you have a little bit more leniency to be able to do things and be a little bit more graphic, a little bit more detailed. Or you can go CW route, and then not to knock it down, but it's a little bit cheesier than it is when you watch Titans. But if you go CW, his storyline low key has been set up already. If you've watched Black Lightning, the green, what I forget what they call it, but they're the same thing that they're doing. Green Light is pretty much kind of like the Bang Babies. So he could already be tied in there as well, because they mentioned these kids that's been operated on. but they don't say all of them. So for some reason, maybe Virgil could be one of them that escaped. And again, too, he could be the kid or he could be 18 because they've been doing it for over 30 years.
Are they tied together, Black Lightning and Static Shock?
All of them are into one aesthetic. So it's like all
they're in a universe though, the same universe.
Yeah. Like if you look, well, and then that's the thing too, though, that they've kind of changed because on the CW show, they've done Crisis on Infinite Earths, and the way they've done it, all the universes have been destroyed. So there's only one universe now.
Yep. So everybody there.
Yeah, so the ones that survive, they're all in that same universe. So there's a lot of ways that they can either tie it into what they're doing now or just start fresh. But either way, I would like to see that, and I would still like to see Khleo as Ebon, and now I want to see Patrick.
Hey man, you can just put it out there.
I can't unsee it. I gotta
see what happens, brother. But nonetheless, DC is come a long way. DC and Warner Brothers have come a long way. I love how they're choosing to tell the stories of all their different characters in their roster. There was a mention that a brand new Batman comic is coming, but this time it's not going to be Bruce underneath the cowl. So I can only guess who is going to take over that mantle now. Really excited to know though.
Man, Commissioner Gordon.
Stop.
He done it before, so
he has, but I don't know, man.
We'll see, man. But I'm sure they're gonna give us a whole bunch. So I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing DC really catch up while Marvel is kind of sleeping right now before they start doing their major rollouts again. So hopefully DC will get their phase 1 complete. But this has been a great episode of Straight Out of a Comic Book. I want to thank my guest Patrick Khleo Thomas. We three are the Arcade Tokens. Thank y'all for checking out the series. Glad y'all are enjoying it and it coming back. Make sure you check out Patrick Khleo Thomas's personal Twitches, twitch.tv/Patrick /Khleo Thomas. Check out their socials, which you'll see below, and catch this every week on Tuesdays on my YouTube channel and my Twitch. Shout out to Slick Living Batman. We have been Arcade Tokens. I'm the anomaly Will Pharaoh.
Khleo Thomas, aka Mr. Slick Living.
Patrick Cloud.
And we will catch you next time as the Batman.